damage, 75. Absolutely, 73, but with with your branches that he's purchased up, I actually think it is potentially a thing.
It's good.
The Flash Heap is ridiculous. I've been testing quite a bit. If you have 2 points in Flash Heap, 2 points in Rot, you take 0 damage from your Rot. If you have 1 point in Flash Heap and 3 points in Rot, you're taking 6 damage per interval. It's very little amounts. You also block all of like the quick ticks of damage, like your Ion Shells, Shadow Shaman Shackles, Ember Flame Guards, Jug Spins. You can tank pretty much the entire thing with it. But before we see that, we'll see the Pudge save somebody.
Easy hook, 100% hit rate here so far from Matumba Man.
How many sticks were acquired during this as well? 1, 2, 3, 4 on Beastmaster, 3 on Pudge. How many on Enchantress? Okay, lots of stick charges. But yeah, hero to watch and has a lot of really fun builds. If you do ever build into Aghanims, this hero gets insane.
Yeah,
and with the buffs on Eternal Shroud, it's really cool. You always keep, if you want to go that build, you always have mana. You always have mana in any type of fight. So
I guess the build we're expecting to see what is pretty much what Hood Blink Ags, or is it sort of Hood Ags Blink? What do you want to do?
I think that's probably what we'd see. Yeah.
So I was gonna, the only thing I've seen is I've seen Gorg, he was playing it on stream, and he was having some fantastic games playing it from the safe lane. So let's see if Matu's able to do the same here today.
Oh, Insania gets it. They hooked away the DK away from the other one too. So 2 for 2. Insania will be able to get both. And yeah, pure damage. 2 forms of pure damage in the bottom lane versus a DK. A heavy slow. The other thing also that got buffed, of course, is the Rot talent at 10. So if you actually look, it's a 48% slow once you max it out. It's one of the higher ones in the game. So it's really interesting, and I think, let's see how this Pudge plays out before we keep beating it to death. As we look at some of the other heroes, of course. Lesh, another hero, pretty big winner of the patch, in my opinion, because Bloodstone got buffed.
All right. And so classically, right, this has always been a hero that Mickey, since the Han days, right, this sort of hero is what he loves playing.
Yeah, I mean, the Han hero was beyond broken, the version of Leshrac when it was in, but yes, absolutely. As yeah, we're seeing the double pure damage coming into play already versus the DK. You see how low he's already gotten. And yeah, the last hits is crazy. Like 75 base damage versus 63.
I mean, they could go for a kill. He's going to have stick charge and a hook.
Hey, they're actually going to get a kill here. Anybody they hook.
If he hits the hook, he's getting a kill.
Yep.
Okay, Espos playing it smart there. Hides in the trees.
But they're almost like dead down here. Like Insania is kind of zoning both out. Matu's putting a free farm. If they step up, they can just get hooked and impetus and they're dead.
A hit hook is going to be a kill. And Goon Squad, no, they're playing careful.
Matu missed the last hit under tower with a Quelling Blade and 75 base damage.
Come on, Matu.
There we go.
Yeah, they're just terrified down there.
I mean, this is a free farm Pudge, and Pudge can match up versus Medusa. If you do get ahead, you eat the Dusa alive. So having this type of advantage is
Level
pretty big.
2. Time to get some kills.
Yeah.
Or not. Dragon Tail.
Either way, it's 1 last hit on the DK. Coddle also has 1 last hit. They're getting almost nothing down here. And top as well. Dusa has 2 last hits. Beastmaster has 10 and 5.
Oh, that ain't great.
And they're even going to get the kill here on Pexu.
Should be... Well, it's going to be the heals for the stick charges as well, actually. Should be able to walk this off.
They have a second axe.
Holds back on it. Doesn't think he's going to have enough damage.
Okay. Looks like he perhaps did, maybe, but... We'll force him out, put him down really low. Maybe wanted to keep him alive because he was so low. We have seen players do that before, especially now that you can't like share regen. And yeah, there's like no regen in the lane up top. Aqua having a very hard time even stepping up to the creep wave now versus Boxy and Zai. Alright, so it looks like Limp's got his work cut out for him this game.
Oh, that is true. He's going to have to get a lot done from the mid.
I mean, this is dirty lane bottom, really. Like, even if they step out and you get enchanted, how do you dodge hook when you're enchanted? One of the strongest slows in the game early.
Yeah. Yeah, as we saw last time around, it's definitely a bit of a saving grace that they have got, at least the ability of that Dragon Tail stun.
Yes.
Give them a chance to just stun and run and get themselves away from the Pudge after they've been hooked.
My God, look at the denies. 10 deny Beastmaster, 6 Lash, 8 Pudge.
Oh, here we go. Oh, what? Matu!
All right, that's on him.
Oh, no. Oh, that was...
Report him.
That was a rough hook miss there from Mr. Matumba Man.
Report hit this man. Insania.
Report the Pudge. We'll see if he hits the next one. Maybe a bit of lag, probably, or something there from Matu. That's what I'll tell you.
Sure.
Yeah.
A saving grace for Goon Squad down bottom. But top is worse, honestly. We should be looking at top mostly because look at Aqua.
He's gone from 2 CS to 5 CS.
Okay.
It's going up.
They have no regen. 1 tango left on them up here. Just Boxy and Zai putting in the harassment. Maybe even killing it, the Medusa in a second here.
We'll see. Boxy might find a chance to get one of the two. Pexu. He's looking pretty dead. Lovely
hits
power
both.
shot indeed as well. Boxy actually getting the angle, diving in. Aqua will pop the stick charges, but he's so low up here. There's a Mango and another power shot in a second. Boxy
didn't even get to point out items or anything. The reason why they're doing so well up here.
The Axes are gonna do it. That top lane, not a fun one for Goon Squad.
There's no trees. Like, how do you play Tree and Protector up here? Not only do they have a Quelling Blade plus Beastmaster, there's 2 Quelling Blades. So 2 Quelling Blades plus Beastmaster, Axes, Treant actually can't even have an impact up there to protect the Dusa. Oh boy. Yeah, Limp really has his work cut out. As we mentioned, you know, he's gonna be the one having that good matchup in the mid lane. Lesh winning with the denies, but we'll see what he's able to do with rotations.
Come on, Matu, go for a hook. Give us a hook. He's a little low down here.
He's got to be a little careful.
Yeah, another stun and a blast might be deadly. So. Yeah, Boxy being a right nuisance here now top.
He really is.
Like, yeah, Pexu, what do you even do in this position sort of as a support tree now that you're behind?
Playing Tree versus Beastmaster is nearly impossible, honestly. Not only are you spotted the entire game because there's a Hawk standing on top of you, like most of the time, but laning phase, you have nowhere to go. There's no trees. You can't actually do anything to harass back. And now mid, it looks like they're trying to attempt for a sandwich. We'll be able to dodge that shackle. But yeah, they know because their 2 side lanes went so well, the 2 supports can easily leave that Beastmaster or Pudge on their own in a 1v1.
And Matu, this game will be opting for the Vanguard over the Hood.
Okay. Limp, he'll get himself a haste. Might be able to get a kill out of this one.
Ooh. Dodging the orb, but snapping the coil, so Boxy does still die. Over in the mid, Liquid able to take down Hansken in return.
And as long as they don't lose their towers early, they can keep healing them up on the Tree and Protector, so Limp doing a good job hanging on to this one, taking care of that catapult wave. And Aqua, he's gone up to 16, still struggling.
And Mazai. He's going to have Boxy back by his side. They could look to start getting aggressive under the tower again.
Yeah, so a bit low on the mana, but does have some stick charges to work with. Boxy has a Mango, too. He feeds it to him.
Passes it over.
5 mana short of the Roar. And a Vlad's this time around, so switching it up a little bit rather than going for the Dominator first. He's gone for Vlad's.
Matu. It's probably not going to be... maybe if he hits the hook. Is that enough? Dragon Tail stun holding back Matu. It's not enough to kill S4. He's able to walk away.
But you got him down to 200 HP now. And if they get the enchant, maybe they can get a follow-up.
Top lane, Aqua. The Roar's online now. Zai's got the mana. And they do get the kill. Aqua continuing to suffer on this top lane.
And Mika now going to pressure mid also with Edict as the puck Limp had to go back to base. Trouble on all fronts.
Top 3 CS right now. Across the board, it's all Liquid's cause. 7 minutes in, 2K lead.
Last game, they were able to come out ahead in the laning phase and then quickly kind of crumble in the mid game. This time around, it's a 3K gold lead already at 7 minutes.
I mean, what's the plan? Where do you look to sort of make moves as Goon Squad? Where's the weakness of Liquid right now?
You can potentially kill the Lesh if you bring the numbers, a coil plus a blast. Plus, even if you want to rotate the DK over there, you could. You can actually set up for some kills and maybe transition into a tower. I think that might be their best move because the Pudge, he's too tanky. It might even take you too many resources to kill him. But they definitely want to do something because I see they got stacks going. You know, they're preparing for that Medusa, but I could see a world where Liquid's able to easily contest into that triangle when they have all these type of vision heroes, these creeps, these summons that they like to play around to be able to invade.
Oh, what we got going on down here? Oh, Matu.
I think he got stunned as he was doing it. The DK stun, like projectile.
I think it must have, yeah.
Yeah,
because we heard the ult go off, but indeed a stun put an end to it.
Yeah. It's got clarities, though.
Now with that Vanguard, unlikely to be a target that Goon Squad can kill early on. Unless Matu dives.
Boxy, just being annoying. Taking out some more, it's getting some information. Insania just walking into the enemy triangle with no fear. While mid, I mean, this tower.
It's going down. It's getting very, very low. They'll come in with a TP. And going with a Dream Coil, but Limp on his own. He can't do the damage to take down Mickey. Mickey's ready to turn and run back in. They get the shackle there. Beautiful angle from Boxy. As he catches Limp and Handscan next to each other.
I think he thought that he had S4 TPing in, but Matu canceled the TP. S4 actually TP'd right in front of the punch.
Oh,
so.
That was what it, exactly that. You're right. That's what it was.
Yep.
S4 indeed could not make it over.
2 towers dead, and now they can easily invade into this triangle to take the few stacks that there were.
They got a 6k lead here.
Yeah, this is getting brutal.
9.5 minutes in.
I think Matu just, and now he doesn't even have to queue up Hood. He just queues up the Ags. He knows that it's going to be an amazing game for him.
Yeah, I mean, you go for one of the two, right? The Vanguard or the Hood, and especially if you're having a great time, and getting Ags as soon as you can is going to feel fantastic.
Yeah, you eat DK. DK, his entire tankiness just disappears because of the regen reduction. And the radius is actually absurd, really. The rot radius really becomes pretty crazy. I mean, 6,000 gold.
Yeah,
that is
a wild
insane.
start.
And now, what's the next thing for them? I mean, they have such deep aggressive vision, and Medusa, like Aqua being so far behind, he can't even dream about going for Ancients.
I mean, this mid lane, Boxy constantly looking for chances to get the catch, and he's had a great start. 3-1 and 2. I mean, a great series really from Boxy.
Yeah.
Both games so far looking top form.
Super aggressive too. I like the way that he was playing with just pushing the limits. And Aqua will start to work. I mean, this is going to take a long time for him to farm this.
Yeah, they need a lot of time, Goon Squad.
He's level 7. And they might even smoke into, like we mentioned, they've got the easy ways to get into the triangle. They're going to smoke in. Uh-oh. He might just lose all the big creeps. They're just going to steal it.
Yeah, did he actually get to finish any?
I think he finished like 1 or 2 small creeps, and now it's all
gone. That hurts.
And bottom, they're even setting up potentially for S4.
With a quick Dragon Tail, Boxy. Now with the shackle. TPs are coming in. Matu.
Oh, Matu's a bit deep.
He's going to come in for this. Limps in with the TP. Matu, he wants the kill. He's going for it, but he'll die.
And he didn't have to use the coil. That's the important thing. Limp didn't have to actually throw it out there. We'll be able to save it for the next go. I think they should smoke and look for something else. Just try to get yourself back on the board a bit. Use this DK. Like, I think you smoke and maybe even set up on bottom to help the DK push the tower, because I think if S4 is left alone down here, they're just going to TP down and kill him.
I don't think so.
Trying their best to maintain vision control around their triangle here, Goon Squad. They've got to make sure that there's at least some sort of area for Aqua to farm in and catch up.
S4.
And look at the slow on Limp. Zai, he's able to get him with the roar. That's going to be Limp going down.
And bottom, Matu, he got the hook.
There we go.
I'm surprised they didn't even try to help S4 bottom when he goes for that tower push.
Look at this Mickey. He's just diving in past the tier 2, getting Aqua down very low, and with that power shot from Boxy, Shackle as well. Boxy's doing it again.
And they glyph the wave just in case to make sure that he can dive that wave even more. Liquid just playing the map perfectly, and I mean, Goon Squad just seems kind of lost, gotta be honest. They tried to like help out mid, but then the DK goes bottom to hit a tower by himself. It seems like they're just dealing with too much pressure and don't really know what to do to deal with all of this. They've got the max living armor to perhaps stall out the push a little bit here, but as for getting any real fight going their way, it's just not happening.
The lane sort of went so rough for Goon Squad that it's very hard for Limp to take sort of what was a decent start in the mid and actually use it anywhere to their benefit. They're going to try here with a smoke up, but very tough for them to find opportunities to get kills. So they're chasing on. They'll get the Dream Coil on Zai. Overgrowth as well, holding down him and Insania. They take him out, but now Mickey is going to look to start charging at them.
They have to reset till their spells come back up.
They're going to have the Yule set up. Mickey starting to follow up. They get in on top of S4. S4 He's pretty tanky, but there's so much damage coming out. Matu's ready to chase him down. That's going to be S4 gone. The rest of Goon Squad have to continue to retreat. We'll see Boxy having the chase on towards Peksu. Peksu, no chance of getting away from this man. Boxy gets the kill. Lim.
He jumped in.
He did. He wants to try and fight these two. And it's not going to be a fight that he's going to win.
No, he is definitely going to go down unless he does something
And
crazy.
Boxy, another power shot, beautifully done.
For your money.
They're just crushing him. Boxy 6-1 and 4. Now keep this push going up top. Matu just that last component away from having his Ags online.
Yeah, it's brutal. They had to use everything to kill the Beastmaster. Literally every single one of their ults and spells just to bring down Zai. And then they have to just fully reset and run away. I'm just waiting for this Pudge Eggs. I'm excited. They don't even need it, but I'm still excited for it.
I feel for Goon Squad, what they kind of need is for Matu to do a bad hook later on. You know, there's a few heroes here that it could be a hook gone wrong. You know what I mean? You hook a Medusa in, you don't kill her, Stone Gaze off, suddenly she starts killing your team. You hook a Treant in, overgrow. You know, you got to be careful with the hooks. Maybe one of those mistakes down the line could give an opportunity for Goon Squad.
Maybe way down the line, because the Medusa right now, if she gets hooked, she's
dead.
absolutely dead.
For sure. It's, you know, an unlikely situation, but maybe. Top lane Matu. He is on his own here. He's going to miss the hook. And, yeah, the S4 in with the Dragon Form. This is going to be a dead punch.
They got it. Big kill. One way to slow down the game. Give your space to your Medusa. But Aqua can't actually get into his Ancients, into his triangle, because Zai has now taken them over. He has his Black Dragon ready.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now he's looking to set up on top. But a much needed kill. They will start to lose some heroes likely because of it, though. They show their faces, the Yules.
Now that they're in here, Hans Ken.
Nice
He's
TPs.
out in time.
Looks like they all should get away, even. Oh.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Peksu playing just out of vision there.
That was scary.
Now Matu back to the mid lane, and this wave will give him his Ags. So still a very good timing on that. 16 minutes in.
Level 13 as well. Even though he's died twice, still keeping up with the top level of the game, Mickey. Yeah, and Aqua just a ways away from feeling in any form of fight because there's an overwhelming amount of damage that really comes out. He's 900 HP Medusa. Only 1 point in the mana shield at the moment, of course, too. So very squishy. S4 does have Blink, so a easier form of initiation, but yeah, the Ags is already done on the Pudge. So if he blinks in, he's kind of committing his life in almost all those occasions. Pause.
It's just not fair.
Look at that average, yes. Nice slow average, faster than most. And I think this is the way we will, if we do see more Pudges, I think this is where we'll see it. We'll see it being played in like mid or carry. It does feel like it fits core.
Carry Pudge seems legit. It really does. Against the right kind of lines.
Against the right
Especially this
lineups.
sort of, you know, carry Medusa that's going to need time, and obviously if you're playing carry Pudge to the timings you want to, you're going to be running at that hero far before it's going to be ready to deal with you being in its face.
Damn, look at instantaneous damage. Yeah. And there's the pokes and prods. The max impetus build that he was able to get. Look at the next item he's got queued up too. He's like, we're ending this, guys. I'm getting a gem.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's a Roche.
No chance of Goon Squad heading over. So Matu well and truly ready to get stuck in on the front lines.
Good God. And Mika hasn't even gone for the Bloodstone build. He's just going Blink Yules and then going Kaya Sanj, so going for a different route.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
See if they can catch Limp at all here. It's still
Radiant's
pretty
bottom
tricky as a
tower
puck.
is under attack.
Nice try there. It's a setup for him coming out of the orb.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
And Goon Squad will find the chance to take that bottom tower, but they'll probably lose the tier 2.
Yeah. They have the armor, so it could take a little bit longer. But that's, I mean, they know You see the line drawn by Liquid. They know exactly where everybody on Goon Squad is playing. Just playing around the triangle. They know that the only way back for this game on Goon Squad is if this Medusa is able to get the farm up.
And they're going to smoke up around the blink of Limp. Limp also with an arcane rune ready for the next fight.
Okay, so they have the double blinks. It just feels like they're lacking on the damage, really. It feels like they're going to have to commit so much onto one hero. And there's an Aegis into play, too, so... Liquid just going to start their own push. Glyph was used. And I think they're going to try to capitalize on that.
Pushing around this Aegis. And the jump from Limp. A bit of a poke to start things off. S4, it's a good start. In fact, that's going to be mid-game gone. Matthew's going to try and come in with the Dismember, but knocked back here and controlled by the Dream Coil. That's the Aegis out.
And Medusa's coming back.
So we can go for a second time here. Raw, it's going to be over towards the Treant. Treant's going to be fine. Aqua's able to move into position with the Stone Gaze. Matu is in trouble. Dragon's able to follow. They'll keep the push stunned and held back, as they'll be able to defend their top racks, take out the Aegis, and on top of that, take down the 2 cores. It's a very good defense there from Goon Squad.
Yeah, very good that they went for this itemization, too, on the Coddle. It's not your mid-Coddles, so it's the normal item that we see from the mid-Coddle, but the Spirit Vessel, pretty early picked up for a Coddle who's this, on the team that's this far behind.
I think I'll look for more here. Jump over towards Insane here, and with that Vessel again, that's going to get them another kill. We'll see Boxy go for the TP out, but X4's in with the Dragon Tail stun. They're going to be able to stop Boxy from escaping. They'll take him down. Zhao tries to turn. Mickey wants to try and find some sort of kill and return, but Limp, he's out to the side with the Blink Dagger, and he's away. Liquid, they won't be able to find him. They should be able to get hands. Ken Zai with the chase down, but at least to be able to pick up the Keeper of the Light in return. But some kills for Goon Squad here as they battle their way back into the game.
Yeah, perhaps now they're looking and they're like, Our Leshrac is kind of squishy. Maybe look at the Aegis going to the really tanky Pudge. I don't think Mickey expected to get burst down that quickly from everything that they do have on Goon Squad. Really well executed. And now Aqua, Manta's done, level 14. He's on his way toward his Scotty, so small gains.
And that, of course, that is the thing about sort of the carry Pudge, right? If you start to fall behind a hero like the Medusa, you're not going to have as fun of a time scaling. I mean, against some other heroes, sure, late game Pudge can still be very, very strong, especially if you're getting the kills, but it's not been the flashiest of games so far from a Tamura. He's 1, 3, and 2, only got a couple of Flesh Heap stacks. It's not going to be easy if Aqua is able to get those items online.
Yeah, and I think the Spirit Vessel could really make the big difference here. Because even though they might be lacking some instances of damage, something to go through this heal, that Vessel is actually going to maybe make the difference. Liquid smoked up.
Gonna get him with the jump.
Big jump.
Straight in on top of Mickey. Mickey needs help. He's up in the air with the Yules, but as he comes down, is he actually able to step away from this one? He's gonna get actually pushed to the high ground, but the orb, it's on target. They take him down. Mickey out of the game. They got S4 in return. 1 for 1 for now. See Goon Squad, they want to try and keep fighting, but a great shackle shot from Boxy catches Limp by surprise. Pexu also run down by the army of Zai. The Overgrowth holds them back for now. Got anything to catch Pexu from the distance? They don't. So Pexu with that ult will be able to save himself.
And look at Hanskin. He's just zooming away as well. The super fast Keeper of the Light.
Boxy wants to chase.
It's a blink.
Got the power shot. I'm sorry, the focus fire first.
The level 1 focus fire. Look at it go.
He's going to keep chasing this man down.
He's got another blink.
And Matu, he wants to pick up a Flesh Heap.
That's 2 more he's gained.
There we go, doubling it up in the last moment. Going back for those phase boots here. Give himself an extra little bit of armor.
Every coin helps.
And into the BKB, making sure that he can commit on the front.
Okay, Mick has changed the build up a little bit. I think he was starting to realize he's getting burst too quick. Picked up his own hood now. Going to be going for Eternal Shroud to protect himself, because it is a lot of magical burst.
He's going to try and jump in on top of Zai here. Aqua stepping up. Good Dream Coil from Limp. He's going to catch the 2 of them. Zai falling rather low, but Aqua hesitant on how he commits in on this. Limp, though, on the other hand, he wants to go forward. He jumps in, but the split up into the Raw, that's Limp dead. Boxy. He's going to see if he can stay on the trail of Pexu to try and set up for more. Matu coming in from the side. If he hits a hook, he'll get a kill. And Pexu, he'll be found. Can Matu search upwards for S4? No, S4 looks like he's going to be okay. Stays hidden in the trees. Matu decides to not go fishing for him.
Quick swing back into Liquid's favor quite heavily after these moves. Still not finding the Medusa, so we do see Aqua slowly acquiring that gold, but Limp now does die back to back.
Yeah, Aqua was being very careful and understandably so about how he committed to that fight. But I said Limp on the other hand, he was ready to go in.
I'm surprised when he jaunted in the second time forward. Didn't see that he had any backup anyway, so a bit over aggressive. And now another tower, 2-2 will drop. Map quickly disappearing. Only one tower left in the mid lane. That's going to be the next goal for Liquid, and then it's going to be really hard for goonsquad to just get farm on the map. The Medusa might be able to get some, but the other heroes, it feels like they're going to maybe get stagnated on their net worth completely.
Because Liquid will have to be a bit more careful about how they go for the high ground push.
Yes.
That was where they did lose some of that advantage last time round.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, perhaps they just want to wait for that next stage just before they do anything too crazy. Onskin. Boxy was potentially looking to set up for the Kata, who's running toward there, but...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
goonsquad still finding these opportunities to get out of the base. Not quite at a point where Liquid's been able to completely contain them. We'll see actually over on the mid, S4 trying to get the dragon. Going to get blown back by the Gale Force, but nothing to be done with that.
If he gets that shackle and then he Gale Forces him after, that's a kill. That's what he was ideally going for there on Boxy, but just off the mark.
Oh, they're ready to dive the tower. Then they go straight in onto S4. TPs are coming in and they're going to be able to save and Dreamcore down, but S4 burst out of the game. See, Mickey, he's gone pretty deep under the tier 2. I mean, he's going to die for that.
It seems like he thinks he's a lot tankier than he actually feels.
He feels like he's invincible. We'll see Mickey just charging in these few times, and yeah, you know, these aren't small deaths.
They're throwing most of the spells onto him, though. They are throwing pretty much everything onto that Lesh when he does step up.
Aqua's close to the Skadi. And, you know, Manta, Skadi, Medusa, it's no laughing matter. You've got to be careful then. And when you step up to a fight, if Aqua's able to get in position and you overstep the mark, dive a little too far, Medusa, obviously a fantastic hero to slowly beat you down and turn the fight around.
Yeah, especially if you have a puck, right? Something that can easily cancel something if you do overcommit. And later down the lines, if they have something like... I mean, it's way later. If they get to that point, like Ag's Coddle, they will have a lot of different ways to make them face in as well, too, so... But yeah, next goal is the Roche, and it is spawned already, so Liquid very likely to just be able to clean this one up for free. I don't see a good avenue for goonsquad to be able to fight into that, so I think they're just going to have to accept the fact that they give it up. I think if they try to fight over there, it's going to be probably game over.
Now, who's taking the shard here?
I could actually see arguments for Pudge just because Mickey got grabbed a couple times, so it could be a pretty decent thing to save. However, the shard on the Lash could also be good if they go for sieging because he can just stun on top of himself, so that would be the two that I would think.
Okay.
Because, yeah, Zai already has his. Otherwise, I would say Zai. So, yeah, it's going to be Pudge. I like that. Because it also gives you reduced cooldown on Dismember, besides just for saving teammates. It gives you the aggressive potential, too.
Oh, good hunt there from Mickey. He's in with a jump. He finds Pexu.
And they're going for more.
They're going to see if they can, but Matsu not quite able to get the grab on Aqua. As Aqua should be able to make it away from this.
He does have Scotty finish, so... All things considered, pretty decent timing, but S4...
He's going to have a lot of trouble getting his way out of this one.
God, he died. That's a DK, by the way.
Yeah, the power of that Ag's Rock.
Yep.
Matsu dishing out the damage, stopping that regen as well.
And you see how slow heroes move.
Bottom Aqua.
Oh, Boxy!
That's a big catch. Boxy finding the Medusa.
And he's going to die so quick here.
There's nothing to be done to save him. Again, Boxy from the start to the finish here, just coming out with these big plays.
And they see the Coddle, too, the dive bomb. Do they have anything to follow up with it?
Boxy's going to have Blink in a second. Whoop. And Mickey.
They do.
And he's going to get up to the high ground. Yule setup's there. And they'll let him have it with the hook. Matu.
Man, they just went multi-blinks for the catch. Ruthless, Liquid.
Yeah, instantly across the map after they get a kill. We'll see a chance for a chase.
And now they are pretty much trapped inside their base because there's Hawks outside every entrance. Outside mid and bottom, there's a Hawk. So if you do walk out, you'll get stunned by them. And if you go top, you'll get stunned by Boxy.
And we are seeing them, you know, goonsquad are doing a good job keeping the creep waves pushed out. Limp been working on that top lane. Finally, Lick was able to bring in the mid, so they'll get the tier 2. But by the time they hit the high ground, goonsquad will have most of their lineup back up. See what sort of a defense they can pull off. 3 minutes still with the Aegis in the hands of Matumba.
I've never seen someone use the cooldown reduction creep though, but it's cool. Only 10%, but
Let's see what they can get going here. Matu is looking for a hook opportunity. Back able to get the jump in on the limb. The roar as well. Good force out to the side. That's a couple of ornaments used, and the war on the hook. It's in limp. He's got the orb up in time. He's going to be able to get away from this. Over to the side. Dream Coil drop down. Aqua ready to move in. Overgrowth as well. Has Aqua got the damage? He's beating in as best as he can. Pudge getting low. Matu, they should be able to take him down the once. That's Matu gone once. Aegis out. So if they can get back in for a second opportunity on this one. There's the Dragon Tail stun. He's still very tanky on the Pudge. Matu able to step out. Goonsquad, they want to try and go for more. Matu turns to a try with a hook. Jump forward for a limp. He wants to keep this chase going. Both Matu and Insane getting very low.
constant vessels on him too. It's taking him down very low on Pudge. And again, they cannot breach. They cannot get the Rex.
Every coin helps.
Even though they have this advantage.
Yeah, finding these opportunities to just burst through Mickey.
Mickey's still not that, even though he has the Shroud now, he's still not that tanky.
Some solid holds from Goonsquad against Liquid that's been ahead of them the whole game. And each and every defense, pushing Aqua closer to his further items. Mantis Guardy done. And once he has the Daedalus, in those sort of situations, Liquid's lineup's going to be dying pretty quickly.
Yeah, they did a great job of layering their abilities, right? The silences to make sure that he can eat the lash. Just, great coverage, really. And the Force Staff from Hanskin.
It really was so much thrown down onto Limp, and they're able to make Limp get out alive.
Yep. Pexy won't be able to get out alive this time. But yeah, we definitely see Limp's, his Lincoln's pay off, the little block of one disable.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, now, what's the plan for Liquid now? Do they just wait for the next Roshan? Because that's sort of been the plan so far, but both times off the back of trying to push with that Aegis, it hasn't gone well. They haven't been able to take any of the significant racks away from Goonsquad. They're struggling to sort of push this lead to the next step.
I thought Mickey would actually queue up the BKB after the Eternal Shroud just because it seems like they want to be able to just end the game pretty soon before this Medusa does get big.
Right?
But he's going for smaller items in between. I see that Matu did go for BKB, so he's looking to want to stop some of that big burst damage that we are seeing from the high ground sieges that Goonsquad does have. But yeah, still opting for smaller items in between.
Actually, a bit of a smoke up from Goonsquad now.
Okay. Level 20 on the puck also.
Yep.
It's going to be really relevant when if he's able to hit 25 on the puck, because then those BKBs, if they go for sieges, he'll just be able to always throw it, and then the Stone Gaze will connect most times. So time being bought for Goonsquad. Aqua's being so careful. He's just sitting in the base. He's letting his team push out the lanes, but he's just sitting on this high ground.
I mean, 0, 4, and 4, not the flashiest of KDAs, but yeah, I can't help but feel that he's been playing this very well this game.
I agree. With all the, look how the roughness of the game,
exactly.
The start, right?
It's a rough game, but honestly, Aqua, I think he's been doing exactly what he needs to.
He had 15 CS at the 4 or 5 minute mark. It was completely shut down. So they're doing a good job of hanging on here. Naturally, they are getting out-farmed, so we will probably see that network still continue to grow for the side of Liquid, but keeping bottom wave pushed out, keeping the Deuce able to get some type of farm. This is nice, and I didn't point it out, but Hanskin, he did go for Shard pretty early. Right after Force Staff, he did pick that one up, so he has ways to pull his teammates outside to be able to look for stuff, and it looks like he was going to go for Ags, but I think he switched it up.
S4 will get found. But as long as the waves are pushed out, and it's only one hero getting killed off, Goonsquad won't be too phased with sort of losing a hero like that.
He is getting really far behind, though. That DK is now way behind even the Coddle.
I've got mid lane pushing in as well, Liquid, so maybe... Actually, no, that wave was burst through in time. So yeah, again with that gun, they get a kill, but they're not necessarily able to do anything with the kill. And that Daedalus is now done on Aqua, so they've got to be really careful how they go about the next push. If they don't deal with the Medusa or get on top? Or, I mean, how do you sort of play? How do you sort of push into a Medusa now that they've got sort of these 3 core items?
They do have a lot of ways to do, like, pull her out, right?
Yeah.
If they can actually, like, get any type of vision, get, like, a dive bomb into a hook, that could be one of the best ways. I think dealing with this Coddle also could be a pretty good solution if they can get on Hanskin. He is very annoying. If you look at the itemization he has, Glimmer, Force Staff, even the headband, he has all different elements to just try to protect the Medusa. So if they can catch him, but I think besides that, like you said, maybe just wait for that next Roche.
I think that might be the plan.
Shackle.
Good Shackle. Very good Shackle there. They're going to commit him with the BKB. Aqua's going to try and help out. And in fact, they might just be able to do exactly that, Matsu.
He eats him.
They will be able to save him for now. Turns with a hook. They take out S4. Aqua's got to be careful now. Get back up to the high ground. Jump forward from Mickey. Mickey wants to chase. But he's in under the tower. Aqua, Lincoln's full protected from the Shackle of Boxy. Matsu with the burn of the rock. Takes out a second. Dream calls down onto the 2. It's a long stun on Aqua, limiting the damage that he can do, but they don't even need the damage from the Medusa. Limp pretty much on his own. Burst through the remaining HP of Matumba Man. And Liquid, they may have been able to get a couple of kills, but losing the carry themselves, they'll have to hold back. Again, getting kills, but not able to do anything with it, Liquid. Aqua survives.
It looked like they wanted to take advantage of the Stone Gaze being used, really wanted to commit onto him and try to end it, but yeah, again, Limp. Getting a great grab with his coil, and now he's going Shivas too, so more reduction. They have that Vessel, another healing reduction on top of that with the Shivas. Also just ways to just slow them down if they're ever going for the Medusa is going to be pretty nice.
I think they've got to wait for that next rush.
Yeah.
Pushing without the Aegis, it's too risky for Liquid. But even then, obviously waiting for the Roshan, it's going to be a bit longer respawn. What's still 2 minutes on the clock for it. Each and every item that Aqua picks up, this game gets a whole lot tougher for Liquid, despite the solid lead that they've held since the early game.
They're not sure if Roche is up or not, so they have to kind of make this smoke play over here.
Yep.
But it's good on 15 seconds, still no Pudge, and we do see now Matu, he goes for his own Shivas himself, wants some more armor to tank up.
I might just go for the quick pick on Insania. Yep, they'll go for it straight in. That's the dead Enchantress.
And that's a gem, too. Ooh. So that's a big one that they can get maybe some map control around the area of Roche, and even now be able to constantly de-ward Hawks. I don't know why I said de-ward Hawks, but kill Hawks. Slowly but surely now, this Medusa is gonna maybe even claim the #1 net worth spot very soon.
As I said, that 12k lead you see at the top, I don't know if it matters that much. I see the win probability still giving it a 75% towards Liquid. Honestly, I'd say this is closer to a 50-50 now.
She is the only one scaling, though. I mean, the puck is slowly but surely getting those levels as well, too, but there is still that little bit of fear that it is just her who's getting the most of the skill. The DK is pretty much a support now at this point.
You can still sort of vision an instance where they do just blow up the Medusa.
Just because they have so much overwhelming damage. The Pudge and the Lesh, it is pretty deceptive that how much damage they will be doing as they do get more levels.
Okay.
But Aqua absolutely can do it right now, especially if they get this Roche, absolutely 50-50.
My sprites are with us.
If not even an advantage for the Medusa.
Oh, they're going to get the jump on Insania.
Again.
They try and save him with a hook, but they're not able to get the connection. That's Insania gone once more.
That ward's still up, so it's spotting most of Liquid. Roshan's back. They can send Limp to deal with the bottom wave, and then they can recall him over with the Coddle too, so always going to be at the ready for the fight around that Roche pit.
And do you like this from Aqua? I mean, next item, just getting the Lincolns for himself? Yeah, he's going to come in for it as well,
Yeah, versus the Roar is really nice. That's kind of the biggest thing
he's got it done. So sort of since that last fight, now he had the Daedalus finish, now he's got his Lincolns done on top of it.
I like it. There's a lot of single target abilities that are going to like Roar, Lesh Yules into a stun, like Wind Rider Shackle.
The Dinosaur was nearly able to snipe that Lincoln's recipe. But there's some nice little micro from Aqua. We'll keep it safe.
The lanes are fully cut. Liquid has taken bottom lane, mid lane, and top.
Tower is under attack.
And we'll see how goonsquad deal with this, because they might have to head back. They're going to lose some barracks here.
Range Rack's for sure gone.
Dire's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top
They
tower
just don't want to move away from the Roche. If they leave that area, that Roche just goes to Liquid.
I mean,
And it is
Aqua-
that Aghanims.
He wants to try pushing them back himself.
Dire's courier has been killed.
I mean, they're getting all these little items that do make a big difference. I think the Wraith Pact is almost done on Pexu also. So other ways to just protect the Medusa.
He did have it.
He has it, right?
It went down on the courier.
It did die. Okay, I was like looking for his courier and I couldn't find it. So
it's going to be off out of the game for a couple of minutes.
I'm pretty surprised that they're not carrying the gem because they're playing versus Beastmaster into those Hawks. They actually have the gem back at base.
Dire's middle
Yeah, I've got to ask you, do you like this game? No, Insane here, trying to turn into a bit of a carrier here with Titan build.
I mean, he did that last game too.
Yep.
It's going to be going for Moonshot. I mean, what else does he... He's probably telling himself, what else does he build? He has the Beastmaster aura, so he is going to be doing a significant amount of damage. All the auras from the
For sure.
Beastmaster.
Yeah, if he's able to sort of sit back, get a few impetuses go in the way of Aqua, that damage will add up.
Can we actually get the damage... If it's
down.
possible, the damage drop down? Sorry. Alright. I mean, he's still up there. Like, he's still keeping up with 2 of the cores. Thank you very much.
Radiant's top tower.
Well, they're going to go for the smoke. Worth noting that this is a fight where Mickey has 4k unspent gold, and so does Boxy pretty much. So a fair bit of money here from Liquid that hasn't been invested.
He did buy bots, so he has the bots into buyback if he does die. I think that's what he maybe wants to do.
They're going to get the jump in with the stun onto Mickey. They'll turn and take down Pexu, but now Aqua's in a pretty good position. He's going to step up. They're trying to kite out the stone gates. They keep to the distance for now, but Mickey, he's been caught out to the side. A hook to the side. Can they save him? They can't. That's going to be Mickey out, and now goonsquad, they're ready to go for more. Jump over towards Matuma Man. Matuma Man's going to get taken out. Double kill for Aqua. Over to the side, they will lose the call, but Aqua still stands strong. Liquid, they've got to get away from this Medusa, but they're struggling to do so.
Buyback.
They've had to use 3 buybacks here, Liquid.
They need to get something.
I mean, Aqua's ready to keep this fight going. He's going to turn back over towards Matuma Man. They have to kill this Medusa. They've spent 3 buybacks to try and do so. They have to dismember, locking her down. Aqua will fall. Limp, he's out in time with the jump. That was 3 buybacks. Liquid have got to get so much done with this.
Oh. Limp. Oh, he almost goes back in for the kill.
He was there. I mean, Mickey was a bit low.
And they're gonna go for they're gonna get the Roche out of those buybacks, but
Whew. That was an expensive investment in a team fight there from Liquid. But if they can get the Roche, obviously they're gonna get the Aegis Aghanims. Who's taking that one? Mickey, he'll take that for himself.
Nihilism is very good because Medusa doesn't have BKB, right? She does have Manta, but no BKB, so if he does get that after the Manta, won't be able to get any attacks off as it deploys that Ghost Scepter.
This is pretty much going to be the moment where Liquid either win or lose the game.
Pretty much. And this is pretty scary.
I mean, because goonsquad, do they pretty much have buybacks on everybody?
Yes, they do, it looks like. Yep. Pexu, I think, might be short a little bit, right? No, they all have it. They all have buybacks, and Limp is 25.
And what
so
do you do? Are you going to buy back on Aqua, or are you going to let some racks fall?
It's just scary.
28 seconds.
He probably doesn't want to buy back, I would say.
And looks like he might not need to. They may just lose the top racks.
Okay. Yeah, Limp 25 is scary because he has the pierces.
With this living armor, they're not going to even lose the top racks. So
no way.
That's going to be goonsquad not being forced to use any of the buybacks themselves. 25 on the puck.
Yep. How many 25s do we have, actually? I think we have like 3 or 4 now. We have 4. Medusa about to hit 25 too, so Aqua is about to hit another peak as well in this Medusa. Almost a satanic done.
Double damage.
And yeah, we see the Pudge. He actually takes a Dismember heal. So the other one got, obviously it's better now because it got buffed up on that Pudge, but yeah, still takes a Dismember. Cool. And yeah, we do see the Diabolic Edict explosions being taken on the Lesh.
I mean, now the question is, for Liquid, how hard do they try and push this? They have the Aegis and the Cheese, but 3 heroes without buyback available. If the push goes wrong, they'll almost certainly lose at least the racks themselves.
It's like, do you just play the farm game and just continue to farm and grow and just try to outscale this Medusa with your Tricore? Because the DK is not really scaling. It's just a puck and a Medusa, but could be a scary decision to make.
I mean, that's sort of the combination of what Dreamcoil piercing the immunity and then a Medusa as stacked as Aqua is getting into position. It's pretty terrifying.
Uh-huh. It's 4. They're actually smoked up looking for something.
See what they can get. Insania has been found in the trees. He's able to force out to the side. They're not able to immediately get the clean kill that they'd hoped for. Insania now looking to turn. The ult's going to get dropped down. Aqua getting into position. He'll put the stone gaze. Mickey has to avert his eyes for now. With the BKB, he'll turn to the side. But the Dream Coil has locked him in position. Aqua's going to step back forward. Mickey, he's going to try and run for this, but the damage is too much. One more hit. Mickey's going to get taken out. Hook trying off to the side. Matu is able to save him. Matu with the save gets Mickey out of danger.
Boxy lives too.
Insania, is he able to make it out of this to the side? He won't. Insania does fall, and of course, Goon Squad, they're going to keep this chase coming down the mid lane. Buyback out from Insania. But a huge save there from Matu. They were just on the verge of losing Mickey, and Mickey, without buyback, if he went down there, that would have been disastrous for Liquid, but a clutch save.
I can't believe how many of them get out. Like, Boxy got out also with one attack. They can't fight when all the ults are up, especially on the side of Goon Squad. They just have to like full retreat on Liquid, especially the Coddle having an Aghanims too. The Will-O-Wisp being put into play. Kind of forces these heroes to turn and face the Medusa too. I mean, this is scary. Even though it's like 14k gold lead, they can't deal with the Medusa unless she's the last one standing. They actually just can't commit onto Aqua.
And we'll see this again.
Like, look, I'm watching Insania and Boxy. They killed the Will-O-Wisp quite quick, actually, but they were getting turned into Aqua for a second there. And like, Matu and Zai have to kind of play like support heroes.
Yeah, but look at this save from Matu.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful stuff indeed. Even with sort of Mickey getting blasted to the side, of course, once that hook hits, you'll always be dragging the target back to yourself, and that allows Matu to make sure that Mickey doesn't go down in what could have been a very, very rough position to lose your Lesh without buyback.
Had Liquid looking for something perhaps here. They're smoked up. Only the tree ult is not ready, but it's back up in 5 seconds.
And when's the stone? Oh yeah, right. Stone Gaze is already back. Yep.
And he's 25, so he's got his modifiers.
Oh, Lim. Got eyes on him. They're going to get the hook. He's out to the side. They will be able to force him away. It's the safety. Mickey's going to try and come in with the BKB. Stone Gaze is out. Overgrowth holding Mickey in position. He's trying to turn away from the Medusa. He'll look to get out, but the Stone Gaze is still going to connect on him. Mickey is in trouble. Then he saved the timing, and Matu gets him.
Matu gets him again.
Once again, Matumba Man keeping Mickey alive for now. Mickey's able to get out of it. Insania may not be as lucky as Aqua, Lim, Hansken chase him down. Another hook. Matu trying to get another hero out of there. Matu gets back in, but he gets caught out by the Dragon Tail. That's Insania going down. Matu commits him with a BKB Dismember over towards Hansken. He's taking him out, but Aqua, he's just chasing him down. It's this full HP, full mana, full damage Medusa. As that's Matu down the once. Goon Squad, they're ready to try and set it for a second time. As Matu, he's attempting to run. S falls up to the high ground with the stun over to Boxy. Boxy buys a bit of time for himself with the Eon Disc. He'll get out with a blink. Under the tier 2 and make it away, but that's Matu and Insania gone. No buybacks on them. Goon Squad, they've got the full lineup ready to push down mid.
And this is before the Deuce even spends the goal. This is pre-Satanic. And it's looking impossible for Liquid to take any fight versus this Medusa now. They killed the 2 supports relatively early, too. I saw Mickey full commit into the back, but then gets stoned and gets quickly brought down. Even though he did get saved, he gets brought down to very low HP.
I mean, this is at least going to be a mid set of racks. Honestly, without the buybacks, maybe even more. We'll see how much Goon Squad can get done.
Yeah, now it's Satanic. You couldn't kill him pre-Satanic.
So hard for Liquid to punish this 3 versus 5.
Limp being such a nuisance too, jumping into the back, always giving information. And they'll actually be the team that gets the first set of racks.
They've played this very smart. I mean, Goon Squad, as we saw last tour in Div 2, they smashed every single game. It's a rough game 1 for them. But this game 2, very much seeing that the perseverance that got them as many wins as it did in that Division 2, and coming out here against Liquid in Division 1.
Constantly just getting onto Mickey this game was really the clutch factor for them.
30 seconds still without Matumba Man. And Goon Squad, they'll leave it at that. Full set in the mid, melee racks away from the top. They're going to be very happy with what they achieved here.
They might lose their top Rex. The Living Armor is keeping it alive at the moment. Okay, they'll TP up now. Still 2 catapults on it, but Limp will clean it up. I mean, great moves, really. All about the Medusa. As we said, the itemization was really on point, especially from Hansken this game. And Liquid feels like they might have maybe one last hurrah to be able to try to bring down this Medusa. But they have to try to find her isolated, and it's never happening.
I mean, even if they do.
Even if they do at this point, yeah.
It's very much getting close to the point where it feels like Aqua can 1v5 or at least give it a good shot. So much money on him, nearly 7k gold unspent. And it doesn't even feel like he needs to.
And they can deal with all the split push, as we mentioned, for ages with that Coddle build that with the recall that he has. I can't even say early anymore because it's so late, but yeah, this has been great planning. Limp is, I mean, with the overwhelming blink now too. I mean, jumping in the back lines, he's a right nuisance. And all these, I mean, the summons just die now. Trying to find a solution for this annoying Limp puck. The Hex is done on Zai.
Oh, look at here. I see what Matu queuing up a late game Bloodstone.
Okay. Feeling this needs one way to hold his gun. I mean, he has Paladin Sword, he has the talent, another Bloodstone. I mean, either way, he's just getting... They just have no way to actually kill the dude, so they don't have the damage anymore, it feels like, at this point, by any means. Unless Insania somehow... the Enchantress.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's...
Right? It feels like he's going to be the one who might do the most.
We've got to see some more right-click items on Instania. I think that's the only way for Liquid now. And Roshan, this time round, Goon Squad with the position they've got the game in. They may just be able to freely take this for themselves.
Yeah, if they... I mean, that's a massive amount of items, too. That'll put Aqua...
Who said we give Ags to the Medusa?
Yeah. Shard, and then that, and then as we mentioned, they have lots of targeted spells, so they'll just be stunning themselves constantly. Looks good, and they should get it free.
Yeah, Liquid's not heading over here, I don't think.
And now they'll be at a pretty massive advantage, even though, I mean, they already feel like they are, even though they're at this gold deficit.
Yeah, I mean, with this Roche, it's going to swing the net worth in favor of Goon Squad, but as I said, it's very much felt like it's been in that position already. They're starting to come out towards the pit, Liquid, so maybe they'll have a chance of getting involved. Onto the side. And Limp, he's got the coil onto the two of them. Pexu's in with the overgrowth. He's actually able to catch the full team there with that overgrowth. BKB popped by Matuma as he'll attempt to get away from this. Aqua pushing on with the BKB Stone Gaze as Liquid, they've got to run. Mickey, he's been caught to the side. He's able to get the BKB off in time, but the damage from Aqua proved to be too much. He has been disarmed for now by that Nihilism, but BKB is trying to stand toe-to-toe with the Medusa, but have they got anywhere near enough damage to threaten him? Maybe they have there, but the focus fire, the damage is one for Insania. They've done it. They've taken down Aqua. Now turn over towards S4, they'll get the Dragon Knight as well. Double buybacks coming out from Goon Squad.
Oh my god. They somehow were able to isolate her after Stone Gaze. I saw Huntskin trying to save with any type of pushbacks and mana, but they literally committed absolutely everything onto her.
And it worked. They take them down.
And they layered their abilities pretty well too. The Nihilism came after the BKB came out, and a Halberd as well right afterwards. So Aqua, he actually was not hitting anybody after his initial move in with the Stone Gaze.
And with the buybacks, of course, Goon Squad's able to get back over to Roshan, finish it themselves, get that Aegis onto Aqua to protect the fact that he'll let buyback for the next few minutes.
This is still, kind of spicy, this game.
Proving that they still have the capability to take down this Medusa.
Now you got to do it twice, though, through that Aegis. And an Aghanims as well, which make things much more complicated.
Matu.
He's in.
He is looking to start this fight. Oh, Mickey's ready to jump forward as well. They'll roar the DK, but the BKB was off in time, so S4 can stand his ground. BKB is going to be back up for Matsuma Man in a second. Same to be said for Mickey, so they will have the tools to fight with. Question is if they want to do it into the Aegis of Aqua.
Fights are really like 4D chess, it feels like, for Liquid to just try to find the solution of bringing down the Medusa at this point. Looking at Limp's build too, an item that I think all of us have been excited to see get utilized since it's finally gotten buffed to being able to actually be used, because before it was pretty unusable in my opinion.
What's the biggest sort of buff to it?
It doesn't eat the charges when you're eating magic immune targets. which I really like. That and the cooldown feels really nice.
A lot of money on Insania. If he wants to become that backup Gary, he certainly can. 3,800 available. Obviously, buyback is going to be top priority in a game like this, though.
Yeah, it looks like most of them have it back up. Matu, yeah, everybody has it back. Zai is the only one who's just short of gold for it. Matu has a refresher queued up now, so wanting that second BKB more than likely. I mean, two overwhelming blinks also is not a joke when you have this much strength as a Pudge. Yeah, long time still on this Aegis. 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Very hard for Liquid to approach a fight whilst it's there on Aqua.
And he is nearly at the full slot. He needs the Moonshard and the Refresher, and then he's got pretty much nothing else to replace his items on Aqua, unless he wants to be doing some really crazy backpack movements.
I mean, Box is going to try for the jump. He's able to break through the Linkers, get the Shackle out onto Lim. So you jump forward from the tree, but he immediately gets Hex, he's still able to get that overgrowth off. And now goonsquad's ready to turn and try and take these kills. Already S4 just focusing down Zai, as Zai will die. Same to be said for Boxy, 2 dead on Liquid. Make that 3 with the Dragon Tail catching out Insania. The Enchantress will fall. Liquid try and head out the base into the jungle, but goonsquad waiting for them. Boxy trying his best to take advantage of the fact that he sees an opportunity to get that shackle shot opening onto Limp, but it doesn't matter. They lose 3 heroes.
And they don't have Zai buyback. He's actually short the gold, as we were mentioning before. And it looks just easy for goonsquad to take the fights at that point, because the Medusa just has to stand their ground and hit. Like we said, for Liquid, it's like they have to do so many different little weird things. It has to be
perfect from Liquid in these fights. Otherwise, you know, with the tools, the items, the farm goonsquad's got around their Medusa.
And they got to do it twice, right? So it's even more complicated at that. Limp.
Oh, that's going to get caught out by the Dismember, and the Shackle is hooked down the 2 of them. That's going to be Limp going down. He'll buy back immediately. I'll turn over towards S4. That was the BKB and the Nihilism used by Mickey.
Oh my god. Okay, now that they kind of have to be a little bit careful that Limp doesn't get caught. 1 minute left on Aegis, but that kind of puts a bit of fear into goonsquad. I mean, we might get a 60-minute game on it.
Well, we'll see. I mean, for Liquid themselves, you know, the long cooldowns, the BKBs are going to be painful. Now, 70 seconds on Matu and Mickey. So a bit of a window if they could go back in for, but as you said, depends how careful goonsquad want to play themselves to protect the fact of the lack of buyback from Limp.
Yeah, he's buying it. Does he have the full Aeon disc done?
No, I think he's still a bit short on the money.
Yeah, he's still short.
And 40 seconds. That Aegis is going to be gone. So could see things slow down again from goonsquad.
Just like that. A Shackle and a Dismember. Coddle now also hitting 25, as we saw pointed out just a bit ago. So we have more stuns, Blinding Light stun. What a DK take it to 25 too. What we've seen for the most part. Most people have been taking this AoE stun as well on the Dragon.
A refresher on Matu.
He purchased it, yeah. That's a wild game. 36 to 23. 6 slot Adusa. Aegis reclaimed. But still feeling scared just because you have the puck, not having the buyback, you have to be very careful. They do still need those forms of control to allow Aqua to hit the targets, because they just have a lot of ways to just push Aqua away.
Indeed, a smashing amount of CS from Aqua. 732 here, 57 minutes in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Zai about 1,000 short of the buyback. Medusa's back in about a minute. Same thing for the S4. And Limp does have Aeon Disc, so as a way to protect himself.
That's pretty big. Last few times we have seen that Liquid have found ways to catch him.
The chain stunts have been pretty damn nice. Man, Roche might spawn at the same time that 60-minute items come out if both teams look to play around that timing, which it feels like they kind of are. wards right now, we do see. We haven't really talked about vision much this game, but wards right now for Goon Squad, they do have 2 pretty damn good ones at the moment.
As I go.
So Liquid will be under all that information.
It does feel like both teams are just waiting for that moment. Okay, no, Goon Squad, they want to smoke. They want to try and find that fight before Roche.
200 gold for Zai's buyback. 2 buybacks coming back for Goon Squad in a second. The Medusa in 30 seconds and the DK in 30, as we pointed out before.
Now that's big.
Yeah.
Especially around the Roshan. And that buyback TP to the outpost could make the difference.
They do have this Rax advantage also in mid lane, as we pointed out for Goon Squad. So this lane is going to start pushing out pretty soon. So Goon Squad's going to get a decent amount of information from that and probably know where Liquid is positioned. See the skeletons being sent out from Zai to kind of scout, or sorry, from Insania. So trying to get some type of information since Liquid can't really get wards out versus that gem. "45 seconds. There's a lot of good neutral items this game. A Giant's Rings. Giant's Ring looks like a pretty fun one, of course, on the Pudge. While on the Medusa,
Well, that would be
she
nice.
could get...
Yeah, what else are we looking for?
I mean, Mirror Shield sounds incredible, because just the Lincolns, as we saw, the Lincolns plus Mirror Shield is also a crazy interaction
yeah,
that blocks pretty much everything.
That would be pretty disgusting. See what they're able to get, because we're almost certainly going to see it 20 seconds, and those items will start dropping.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of crazy ones that can kind of break things, because what if they get Arcanist armor, right? If Liquid gets Arcanist armor, then we could see that Blade Mail component kind of reflect back into Dusa, perhaps.
Oh, that's nice. That is.
Yeah, this is where the game changes,
that would be pretty
maybe.
good. I agree. 40% damage reflect.
It is quite a lot, yeah. He does have Satanic, so he probably will be able to fully offset it, but
you need all the damage you can get. And that.
Okay, Ex Machina for Limp, Arcanist armor for Limp, Initiation and Force Boots on Liquid.
Who wants the Force Boots?
It's a good dispel, and it's an item saver.
Well, what
so
about that Apex for Pudge, or who's taking that one?
I'd imagine that... Actually, I don't know, because he probably wants the Fallen Sky, because it's amazing to combo up. They did not get the Arcanist armor, though, yet. And it's a long Roche respawn in the meantime.
Oh, yeah, Fallen Sky indeed. Well, it's going to be nice, jumping in. Does anybody want the Apex? Who's going to take that? I guess it's not really that good.
It's not a very good item, honestly.
Not this game.
Not most games. Compared to the other items, they're...
Wait, hang on, where is the Apex? It said Apex dropped. Am I crazy?
I thought I saw it.
Dude, I swear, so it must be on the ground. Oh, it's there. No, it's there. What am I on about? Oh, yeah, I'm blind. Never mind, it's there. No, what am I on about? Okay, mid-case taking it.
He wants something better than that.
Oh, that's nice for the Medusa, though, right? Force boots. Don't have to worry about the movement speed in one of your main slots.
Yep, lets you put yourself in front of them, too, for your Stone Gaze. Also, it has a Dispel that I think most people forget about.
Oh, Book of Shadows. Can you do anything cool with that this game?
You can do so many cool things with that item. You could disarm the Dusa during
it's another
most
disarm.
of the fight.
I think that's the main one. It's low cooldown, right? 3-second disarm on an 8-second cooldown.
Yep.
Sounds pretty obnoxious.
All right, let's... Oh, they got the Arcanist armor.
Oh, they did?
They got it.
I mean, someone's going to want to have that.
I'd imagine
Surely.
so. Nope, they sent it back. Right. Okay, they gave it Insania. This one, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've honestly never seen this item work or do anything in a real fight. So I'm looking forward to see if it does, because I'm just uncertain about the item.
40% damage reflect, especially if that Aqua's hitting the whole team.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fair bit going back towards them. They get the mirror shield on
Puck, actually, so he's going to be pretty much uncatchable.
Yeah, he's got that, and he's also, of course, waiting to assemble a Xeon disc.
Yep, and we have the Machina on S4, so he has 55 armor, as well as the reset.
Not quite enough money here on Aqua to pick up the refresh and have buyback, so he's going to hold back on that recipe purchase. Still needs about 700 more gold.
Okay, he ate a Moonshard. I was like, wait, how does he... Okay. They also have Arcanist armor as well, so lots of reflected damage going to be coming out, and this next fight is going to be absolutely impossible to see what the hell goes on. Let's see. 30 seconds until Lesh buyback. No buyback on Zai. He committed his gold.
Yeah, so he likes to spend his money, Zai.
He does. He bought the full refresher, so he has 2 Roars, 2 Hexes, 2 BKBs. 2 Boots of the Bearings.
And we will see the refresher purchase there. And okay, it's fine. He's got enough.
They're gonna go. They might just be able to kill it too fast.
It's going to be very fast. Yeah, this is going to be theirs.
Oh my god, this game is insane.
Right, who's taking this out? Did you give it to Instania?
I mean, the Sproink is pretty
give it to
bad. You give it a
Instania?
Zai. No, you give it a Zai. The
okay.
axes are nice.
All right.
The Sproink is terrible. I've tried it, so it's terrible, honestly, sadly.
Hey, he's not using it himself.
He's not using it.
There we go.
Yeah.
He'll use that one. And who's taking the refresher? You give that the way of the Podge? Yes, you do. Matu, he's got the shard and the orb.
Okay.
So he's ready for a long fight here.
Oh my, this is going to be so hard to keep track of in these fights. What if you Fallen Skies refreshers, Fallen Skies refreshers?
What do Aqua?
Aqua?
He's on his own.
He is deep.
All right, he's got the BKB off and TP's are coming in. Zai will get the roar off, but it's probably time to keep the distance with the backup coming in from Goon Squad. Actually, Matu's ready to jump in, but the Stone Gaze will catch him. Matu tried to jump in to commit with the Dismember, but he gets caught by the Stone Gaze into the Overgrowth. He'll be able to continue to BKB and bite, but it comes to an end, and that's Matu dead off the back of his attempt to commit onto the Medusa.
And Zai no buyback. I think he refreshed his Lincolns and his... Yeah, he refreshed his Lincolns, and the Cold-Blooded, of course, went back to stone them.
Yeah, sort of off the attempt to dismember. Indeed,
Yeah.
what that sort of triggered the snake to fly and then catch him with the Aghanim stun.
And he got the refresh in between the double stun, so he got a second set of the snake, I think, that went out. That's what it looked like to me.
I mean, yeah, it just goes to show it's so hard to commit on Aqua. And Matu going pretty deep to try there. It doesn't work out. And Boxy.
I mean, he's just trying to, like, cut the creep wave.
He's just trying to buy some time here for Zai Matu to get back in the game. I mean, Limps.
Is this one of the longer... I think this is the longest game we've had in DPC so far, right? I didn't get to see every game in the other regions, but I've watched a good amount of them. It's one of the longer ones I feel like we have gotten.
And Boxy is able to make it out alive. But yeah, no, it has to be. Has to be.
Has to be.
Bottom lane, Goon Squad ready to push. 30 seconds or so. Still with 2 members down for Liquid. Ooh. Oh, to push Aqua up to the high ground. And again, he's so hard to go upon.
Hey, Mickey's dying.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to get in there with a Nihilism. And we'll get the split earth off, and with that, he can buy time to back off. Still very little damage being done to Aqua. He is forced to Stone Gaze there because of at least a bit of pressure coming out from Instania. They get the tier 3 and they'll force out the fortification.
Is the Mirror Shield doing that thing again? Where if you have Lincolns and Mirror Shield, it's like... I don't know, I thought I heard like 3 of them there. Because I know there's some weird interactions in the past with Lincoln's and the Mirror Shield, and Lotus especially. There's been a lot of things where it doesn't pop the Mirror Shield. I think I heard it like 3 times there. I'm not sure if it was just me going crazy, but... Either way, Boxy.
I mean, Boxy's trying to head out, but they're ready, they're prepared. He's got the Eon Disc. Doesn't matter, he's able to slide back out to safety. Ooh, he's in and he's out.
The Force Boots. The hook will not connect. And we get a couple more minutes.
Uh, 20 seconds until refresher back for Aqua, then he might be ready to try and force it.
It's crazy how hesitant they still are, even though it does feel like Goon Squad's been at this big advantage now for like 20-something minutes. They still are scared to walk up versus this.
Hex suit.
Oop. 10,000 gold on Mickey.
What's he going to do with it? What's he need? What can he buy? Not really
Bots, at least bots too, so he's faster, but... Oh,
S4.
Will-O-Wisp.
Well, Hans getting by his side. The rest of Goon Squad heading over.
Oh, he takes the melee creep. There you go. Super melee creep. Get some information.
Now going for the refresher next, Mickey.
Okay.
And the late game. Second round of a BKB and the Nihilism could be huge against Aqua.
40 seconds on Aegis. That might be what the Goon Squad's waiting for that to just time out and then just go for the hard push. But having a lot of patience. Another refresher. Mickey's now got that. So when his Aegis is gone, he'll have the double BKB and Wind Waker.
Right, Hex for Hanscam.
Any 30s yet? We do have a 30, right? So Puck, level 30 now. Limp. That was probably pointed out just before and I missed it. I'm sorry if you did. He's been very obnoxious, right? Like he had what 5 deaths, I think, around the 30-minute mark.
Yeah,
and
he
only died
really
once
picked up his
afterwards.
play. Yeah,
So he's been really on point with just dodging everything.
Zai, the main force of capture, really, with those double hex, double raw.
Oh, he's got an arcane rune now in the puck. When you're level 30 with this, it's pretty damn ridiculous to what you're able to do. The waning rift pushback, the duration, it's super annoying to play against. So patient. Level 30 on Lesh now too. So Lightning Storm now bounces twice.
Both teams have been struggling with the high ground push.
It's so hard. Like Boxy, I think there's a couple situations where they've tried some split push, but as we said, they always just can recall the person that goes to split push back, so they always have 5 on Goon Squad, so Liquid can never really take advantage of them being split up. How's our buybacks looking? Does everybody have it now? Zai has 3,000 gold, but doesn't have buyback. He needs 4,200.
He likes, yeah. Got to start saving some of them. He should be able to do so now. I mean, with the refresher and hex done, unlikely that he's really looking to spend his money on much more now. He's kind of complete here as the Beastmaster with his build, so I'm sure we'll see his buyback available shortly.
It still doesn't feel though like Liquid's damage is really going up at all, right? Like it doesn't feel like they're really gaining much more. And the Medusa does feel like she's getting quite a bit stronger with her teammates just getting more and more powerful.
No, for sure. You'd absolutely, in this sort of a game, you're always going to prefer to be the team around the Medusa.
Absolutely. However, when Pudge hits 30, he's going to unlock the flesh heap on.
Oh, yeah.
Level 25 on Tree now also. He has joined the party of everybody else. Vexu.
Who's going to make the move first? I'd hazard a guess that probably neither until the next Roche.
Yep, we have double sieges coming in, the 70-minute double siege. Looks like they're going to maybe try to go for something with it.
Zai.
They've
got the catch. Zai, he's in a lot of trouble here. He's guaranteed dead.
He just got the gold for his buyback.
Oh, there's the Matty try for a hook. Now, catch S4. Not really too much they can do with that. I'll get a BKB usage out of S4. Another hook attempted, but S4's out to the side of the blink. We'll see Boxy. He's coming from the side. S4's put the refresher. He's ready to go again. Pexu's got the overgrowth. Boxy with the shackle shot does catch the two of them. And then in with the dismember onto Aqua.
They're getting low.
Get his mana down pretty low. Will-o'-the-wisp over top of Aqua, keeping him covered here, pulling in Liquid. Matthew puts the BKB, turns his attention over towards Limp, but Limp's able to jump out. Now Aqua's ready to go to work with the Stone Gaze, beating and taking down Instania. Instania buys back. Mickey Wind Awakering back to safety as he's got to run, but Limp's in with the chase, takes him down. That'll be another buyback having to come out from Liquid. To keep this defense going, they'll turn towards Lim, but Lim out to the side. Gale Force pushes him back a little bit. Phase shift to dodge the shackle. Has he got any further way of jumping right? He has. Illusory Ords back up.
Oh, God.
It's going to be attempted, but it won't quite have the reach to grab Limp. Limp gets out.
And Aqua doesn't even die the once. They just keep pumping up with mana.
Oh, they're going to jump in with the Fallen Sky, Matu. He's trying to continue to chase it. Aqua, he's still a very, very scary target to approach. Full HP and pretty much full mana. And with those buyback shoes from Liquid, they have to be careful how much they commit to try and get back into a fight. And indeed, they hold back.
I love looking at the fight breakdowns once it gets to this point in the game. It's like 12 casts of this, 13 casts of this. It doesn't show it on this one, unfortunately. For me, it does, though. So there's like 3 halberds, 4 nihilisms. Yeah, it was a pretty crazy fight, so.
What we got going on here? They managed to get, they found S4. He got left behind, and now over to the side. Mickey's just going to jump into the fourth, and they've got the Gale Force pushing them back. They'll catch Hanskin with the Hex. Hanskin trying to run away, but Mickey shuts down his escape. That's going to be a second kill here. S4's brought back. Boxy. Going to see if he can try and chase up to the high ground, get more out of this. Another buyback coming into play. Boxy forces down for the low ground with the boost of the Starfies away, but now the Dream Card is out of the 3 of them. Aqua stepping forward. He's going to look towards Zai. Zai pots the BKB, tries to turn away, during this stone gaze as Aqua continues to push on towards both sides and the Tubberman. Limp jumps in, pushes them back with the waning rift. Zai in the river tries to protect himself with the Book of Shadows. Limp bursting him down low. The Dragon Tail AoE stun, it's there, takes out Zai. Matu falls to the side, but Limp's in with the chase, jumps forward, bursts through Matu with the illusory orb. That's Zai out without buyback. Matu, he'll commit his to try and get back over to help out Mickey, but Mickey's shoved down in the river by the pushback of the waning rift. He'll try and Wind Waker his way out of this. He's able to get the blink off, goes for the TP. They're on top of him. They've got the Hex. They'll stop his TP out. Mickey's out as well. No buyback for him.
And Aqua is just full HP, full mana. They've tried to throw absolutely everything on the Medusa, but they just can't. Decent attempt, Mickey. He actually gets into the back line for one of the first times he passed through the Medusa, but then Stone Gaze comes back up. She just easily runs through the fight. And they just, they can't actually deal damage to Aqua.
I mean, this is a huge window with Zaya and Mickey being as dead as long as they are. I mean, they're almost certainly guaranteed to find something out of this Goon Squad. They should be able to push this game to the next step, maybe even towards the end. So we're going to do Boxy. He's been caught here. They get the stun. He's got the Eon Disc, the Hex, and the Dream Coil locking him down. He's able to get the BKB off. Matu tries with the hook onto Aqua. Boxy is able to get the angle then for the Shackle Shot. And with the BKB back up, Boxy's actually going to be able to make it away. He'll stay alive.
How did Boxy get out?
And the Racks, on the other hand, they'll go down. Megas are up. Goon Squad, they're going to keep pushing on. Looking to close it. Boxy tries to jump in to put a stop to the push, but the Hex will catch him. Matu is able to save him. He swallows him up, gets him back to the fountain. The fortification goes down. They've got 3 heroes to try and protect. Matu goes in with the Fallen Sky, leads in to get the break it onto S4, but the BKB's out, pops the refresher, turns with the Dragon Tail on towards Matu. Matu pops the BKB, tries to get it. He's able to get the hook onto S4, commits, holds his ground with the Dismember on towards the Dragon Knight, but Matu stunned up again. Aqua's ready to take him down. Matu's out for 2 minutes. Boxy will get the angle for the Shackle Shot onto the 2 of them, but Lim bursts through Instania. Boxy scrambles back to base, but the game, it's over. GG is called, 74 minutes in. Goon Squad, they'll take this game too.